Yo, what's going on guys, it's Bertrude. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're playing some Deeprock Galactic Survivor. Now I was a big fan of the first game, Deeprock Galactic, absolute quality indie game. I played a load of that game with my friends, rock and stone to the bone for Carl, having a pint before you go down into the depths for the mission. Absolute quality time. It was just a brilliant game. So when I heard this game came out, I saw a bit of footage on it and I knew that I had to give it a go. I've played Vampire Survivors before and I really enjoyed that, so obviously, you know, I had to try this one. And I've not actually yet finished the first level at this point. I've got up to the last stage quite a few times, but I've never actually managed to kill the Juggernaut. The Drednaught, sorry, not the Juggernaut. And you can see on this run here, I thought I was going to do it. I was absolutely flying up until this last stage, but I just weren't putting out enough damage. You can see on the Drednaught, I'm not damaging him enough. I'm actually shredding through all of the mobs quite easily, but I'm just not putting enough damage out on the Drednaught. And like I say, at this point, I'd already had quite a few goes at him, so I knew, you know, I had to change it up a bit. I had to make something happen. But we're just going to follow this run just for the last little bit, and I'm going to show you where it all starts to go wrong. The aliens grow stronger there. I'm taking too long. The aliens are getting more and more powerful, and I knew at this point it was looking like it was going to be a loss on this occasion. I'm desperately trying to find some health. I can't find any health to heal myself up here. I know I'm in trouble. I'm still kind of dealing with the mobs in an okay fashion. The mobs aren't causing me too much trouble, but every now and then the Drednaught's landing a jump on me, and I know that if I get any kind of obstruction, if I get caught anywhere, he's going to jump on me again and he's going to kill me. I see a little bit of health here and I think that's my lifeline. I go to get it and it's just too much damage coming in, and that's mission failed on this occasion. So I thought that was going well, guys. I thought, you know, this might be the run, but it turned out the build just weren't right. I didn't have enough solo damage going out, and I knew that straight away as soon as the Drednaught came out. So I'm taking that forward. I'm going to go in again now. We're going to use the gunner again, and we're going in for another try. So here we go from the start. Let's have it. Phase 1, let's go. We managed to find a few early loot bugs early in the run, which is always a bit of a bonus. Build up on that gold and build up on that nitra, which we're going to need when we finish the first phase to get some buffs.
I die a little inside every time I have to take out a loot bug.
I see a nice pile of Morkite here and I go to farm that. It's a tricky one, this one. You get the little mini tasks up in the right hand corner. Sometimes you have to find the mushrooms or the little flowers. I forget what they're called off the top of my head, but sometimes you have to mine the Morkite, and it's quite difficult if you've got a mob on you because it takes quite a while to mine, but it's worth doing because if you manage to collect 20 you get a nice little buff with some XP and some gold and stuff, so it's definitely worth doing if you get a chance. 10% mining speed there on the level up, always super handy. Mining speed can definitely save your life when you're in a pinch, if you need to get through some rock or you need to clear a landing zone like we have to do now, for example, for the supply pod. Luckily on this occasion there's not too much to clear, but in a pinch that extra mining speed can really help you out when it comes to things like getting in the supply pod like we just did, or mining through a big piece of rock, which will save your life. Little deliberation here on which weapon to get now we've reached level 5, but I do decide to go for Stubby, the weapon that shoots out electrical bullets all around us. Good for a bit of area damage, and we can really work on that electrical damage and start really pumping out some good overall damage, which helps us clear the mobs when there's lots surrounding us. think I can definitely see at this point that that nice little mining speed buff that we got early on is definitely helping us out, keeping a good bit of distance between us and the large mob that's chasing us, which is giving us more time to mine that precious gold and the nitra. And then we can always loop back around like this to put some damage in and work on levelling up to level 7. We managed to complete the Morkite challenge there. We got all the pieces that we need and we got a good chunk of XP as well as a bit of gold. So we're very close to level 7 now, and we're going to be able to get another weapon buff which is going to increase our damage.
Give me that. Here, have a bullet in the fight.
Give me all that juicy XP. We've just shot up to level 8 and we're about to shoot up to level 9 as well, making some good progress on this run, pumping out some big damage, and you can see we just got plus 30% pickup range, so that's really helping us now in terms of getting all that XP. We don't have to go as close to it, so we're going to start flying up those levels, getting all those buffs for our weapons. Looking like a really good run so far. Definitely looking like an improvement on the last one, and I was starting to feel really good about this run at this point.
Objective completed, miner. Get to the drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
I'll take this one. This one looks best. Ooh. I feel vitalized.
You made short work of stage 1. Well done, miner.
Now that's stage 1 done, and we got some really good buffs very early on. Looking back, we got a good buff to our mining speed, we got a really good buff to our pickup radius, and we just got an epic there after stage 1. We got an extra 45% on our pickup radius, so we really are going to be flying up those levels extra quick on the following stages. Really good pickup so far. Let's keep it going and get stage 2 done.
Get to work. There's aliens to be killed and gold to be mined.
Again, we got the Morkite challenge in the top right there. We've got to collect enough Morkite to get the little task done, but luckily for me I find a nice chunk of it early on here. It's a difficult one this, as I said, because it takes so long to mine. When you're in a bit of a pinch it can be a bit tricky, but we actually just got the whole of it done in one section there. Really lucky, nice bit of XP, nice bit of gold early on. I don't have to worry about it for the rest of this stage. And I actually just had a little look back at the footage and I realised why I managed to get that Morkite challenge done so quick. The actual pod, the actual ship that I dropped in on, landed on a chunk of Morkite which exploded, and I instantly picked 9 pieces of Morkite up. So when I went to that next section and mined it, that's what made me complete that task so quickly. Really lucky start. As I said, let's take that forward now and get this second stage done. Keep the momentum going. It's looking like a really good run, this one.
I just became a better warrior. Got it right between the eyes.
After impact.
Should've worn a hard hat, stupids.
This is a really good artifact which I managed to pick up as well. It's on a 30-second cooldown, but it explodes into a big ring of fire around us, dealing damage. Really good for area damage, really good for area control. As you can see, it just activated there, putting out damage on everyone around us. We've just hit level 15 as well, and I decided to go for the turrets. Now, I've never actually used this before, so this was my first run using the turrets. So, you know, I knew that they deployed and then they stayed in one place, so I did try to play around them as much as I could, staying where the damage is. You can see there they're putting out the work. There's 2 turrets, They're stationary at this point, but I'm staying close to them, staying where the damage is, and I'm putting out my own damage on top of that as well. Really good tactic. We just managed to get 3% extra armour as well, so we're a little bit more tanky. Lot of mobs coming in here. It's quite a lot, quite a big swarm on us. But you can see we are putting out so much damage, it's barely an issue for us. Extra mining speed as well, we've managed to get through that wall, and they can't even get near me at this point.
I can use this. You shouldn't need precious minerals. It will get you killed.
The elite slasher's out now, but I'm not even worried about it. Look at that. We just destroyed that swarm with minimal effort, super easy, and just keep an eye on the elite's health. I'm not paying him too much attention. I'm not staying near him. I'm trying to farm the rest of the level, make sure there's no nitro or gold that I've missed. But anytime he gets near me, keep an eye on his health. We are actually starting to burn these elites down really quickly. As you can see, I'm not really paying him too much mind at the minute. I'm just trying to make sure I farm the level and get everything that I need to get while I've got a lot of space to work with. You can see there's some nitro here, there's some gold that I can still get. But I'm about to kill this elite, nice and easy, job done. Let's just grab this last bit of gold that's in front of us, and then we've got plenty of time to get to the pickup ship and get on to the next stage.
Time's ticking, miner. Move it.
Cutting it very fine here, but I was just trying to see if I could get an extra level up before I actually got on the ship, which I managed to do. Really did cut it fine, a second to spare, but we managed to get on it and it's job done. Nice epic roll here, 20% extra damage, we'll take that, thank you very much. Do a re-roll, see if we can get anything else. 25% fire rate there, looking good, maybe take that. No, decide not to re-roll, and then we get a legendary 50% damage on our weapon. We'll take that, thank you very much.
Legendary. Dibbity dibs.
There's work to be done. Up and at him, miner.
Let's get the job done.
Now you can see early on this stage the fire rate on our weapons, the damage we're putting out, it's really looking promising. Just look how much time I've got to mine. I mean, they can't even get anywhere near me while I'm mining this nitro. So much time to play with. The turrets there doing a good job keeping them off. Our mining speed is still looking strong. We've got a swarm incoming. But just bring it on, guys, just bring it on. I'm going to shred through all of you. Look at that XP. Remember, we've got the big pickup radius as well on the XP. Another epic roll, 35% reload speed on our turrets. Oh, it's just looking absolutely fandabidozy, guys. Look at this, we're just flying up the levels. Look at the XP, flying towards us from a million miles away. It's just quality. This is a great run. At this point I was honestly thinking, if I don't do it on this run, if I don't manage to get to the last stage and kill the Drednaught, I'm never playing this game again. I was that confident in this run, and it turned out, you know, so far it's going pretty good. So let's keep an eye on it, see what happens.
LZ ready. Resupply inbound.
I actually weren't sure which artifact to go with on this supply pod. I deliberated about that middle one, the Nitra scanner, but in the end I went for the extra health and the level ups. I think that's always a really strong option to go with. If you're ever short on health and you manage to get that clutch level up, it can give you a little boost to your health, which can often save your life. You know, if you're ever really short of health, a little level up can come in really handy and give you that little boost of health. And as I said, it's a lifesaver, guys. It's just a lifesaver. Never sleep on the extra health on the level ups. It's really, really handy to have. We just hit level 25 and I unlocked the boomstick for our 4th weapon unlock. It's like a close range shotgun and it also knocks everyone back and does some big damage. Just another good weapon to add to this kit that's already really strong. The elite's just been set free, but again, same as last time, guys, I'm just going to run around the level, take my time and make sure that I mine everything that I can do before I have to get to that pickup ship and get out of the stage. It's really important that you try and mine as much as you can before you have to leave, because you want to make sure that you can afford any really good weapon options that come up for availability in between the stages. You can see I'm just ignoring the elite at this point. He's chasing us, but we're just doing so much damage. The stage is about to be over before I really have a chance to get around everywhere to make sure that I've cleared it all. There you go. The elite's dead and we've got 30 seconds to get to the dropship. The pickup ship, sorry, not the dropship. But you can see there's some gold here that I really want. But this is dangerous, you know, I'm playing a dangerous game trying to get that gold. I decided to leave that last little bit, it's not worth it. You know, it's tempting. I really did nearly stay to mine that extra bit of gold, but I don't want to miss the pickup ship, so I've got to get back and make sure that I get on it in time.
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. Well done, you got them all. That's one for the
Now, I'm not going to lie, at that point I thought I'd messed up big time. I thought I'd missed the pickup ship by 1 second, but luckily I was on the ramp and that must count as being on the ship, and it takes you away to the next stage, because it took me away and I pretty much weren't inside. I was being a bit greedy trying to squeeze an extra level out, and luckily for me it paid off and we got taken away to the next stage. But you could see there on the first weapon option I got another legendary, so this one really couldn't be going any better. We're on to stage 4 now, so just one more to go and then we're back onto the Drednaught for another crack at him.
I'm having the best time in my life right now.
We've got the Morkite collection task again. That's the 3rd time on this run that we've had this task to do. It's not my favourite one, to be honest, but you know, you've got to deal with the cards you're dealt, haven't you? And I've been dealt with it 3 times, so it is what it is. I'm just going to find them and get it mined, but we've got some good mining speed, so it's not too much of an issue. We get a nice epic there, reload speed, and look at the damage we're putting out. It's just beautiful, guys. It's a beautiful thing. Let's keep it going. Let's get this stage done. And then I'm desperate to get onto the Drednaught at this point. I was actually talking to my friends in party chat at the time, and I was like, oh, this is the run, this is the run. I'm going to do him. If I don't do him, I'm going to be devastated. But we're just keeping things going, keeping things ticking over. Again, I'm making sure that I mine everything I can, because it's already a good run, so if I get some good weapon options in between the stages, I want to make sure that I've got enough gold, got enough nitra to buy anything that I want to buy. So mining at this stage is vitally important to capitalise on the good run that I'm already having. You can see here I'm playing around the turrets. I've got the 2 turrets deployed, and the damage that we're pumping out at this point is just crazy. I can pretty much just take my time and letting the turrets do the work, and I'm just worried about getting the XP, getting those levels. And look at this, guys, honest to God, this is just a beautiful thing. Look at us picking all that XP up. We get another epic option there for our weapon buff. And I'm just farming, look at all the fireworks. It's like it's like bonfire night. All them fireworks going off, all them explosions. I think that was reload speed again, was it? Reload speed's always handy to have, it means you're firing more often. You know, your weapons are just constantly pumping out more damage. It's always a toss up between extra damage and extra reload, but I think the reload's a lot better. And look at this, we get an overclock and we change the damage type of our weapon to fire. Now look at that, we're pumping out like, you know, it's like a flamethrower almost. We've still got the bullets, but it's coated with fire, and that is starting to do some incredible damage. Look at it, guys, it's just amazing to look at. Look at all the effects that are going off on screen. Talk about satisfaction in a video game. I love this game as well, right, because I use controller. It's a PC game, but I've got my controller plugged in, and you can literally just sit back in your chair and play it one-handed. It's so like just chilled out, such a good change of pace. It looks like quite a frantic game on screen, but when you're playing it, it's really chilled because you can just sit back and put your feet up, and it's really good just jumping in for 2 or 3 runs after you like get back from work, or if you've had a good session on a different game and you want to just unwind on this for a few runs. Hop on, see how far you can get, see if you can clear a stage, have a good time, and then go to bed. It's just quality. Really love it. Super glad I downloaded this game. Yeah, I'm really impressed with it, and it's only £9 in English money. It's £8.99. You can't argue with that, guys. You just cannot argue with a £9 game like this, which is so satisfying.
Gimme! I'm clocking it to 11. Deeprock, open.
I nearly forgot about the Morkite challenge in this one as well, but luckily for me I found that last little clump there, and it reminded me to get it mined and get the job done. Nice little bit of nitro as well to finish the run off, make sure I collect that and then get back to the pickup ship. You know, this little bit of nitro, in my head I was thinking that little bit that I just stayed behind to make sure I got there. Make sure I get that, and then that could be the difference between being able to afford legendary and not being able to afford a legendary in between the stage. So it was a bit risky, but I knew the pickup ship weren't going to be too far away, so I just thought to myself, make sure you get that nitro, and that really could be the difference going into the last stage where we're about to take on the Drednaught again.
Let me try again. Gonna roll the dice on this one. I'm feeling lucky. Next. What else we got?
I re-rolled quite a few times on this stage. I was looking for that legendary. I saw this epic 15% damage on all of my weapons, and I was really tempted just to take that, but again I go with the re-roll, and I have to settle on that epic there that we just got. That was 35% fire rate on all of our weapons. I think I'd have rather had the damage, the 15% damage in the screen before, but you know, I weren't too fussed. 35% fire rate isn't too bad going into the last stage. It is going to mean more damage, but either way, I don't think I could go wrong. The build at the minute is looking so strong. I was just really eager to get that Drednaught out and just show him who's boss. I'm about to lay the smack down on his candy ass. Bring it on. A few loot bugs there, a bit more nitro, a bit more gold. Oh, I was actually speaking to my friend and I was saying, you know, do we really need to mine nitro and gold in this last stage, because there's not going to be any in between stages to buy any more buffs. But then I remembered that you actually need the gold to get the permanent upgrades after you finish a run back on the home screen, so always make sure you do mine the gold on this last stage. 9% movement speed there, which is just going to be really handy in terms of staying away from the Drednaught and making sure we can get out of the way of his big jumps that he does. Movement speed, you know, you can't complain with that whatsoever.
One down.
I did start panicking a little bit at this point. If you look at my health, my HP has gone down to 91 out of 240, and all I was thinking is I don't want the Drednaught to come out when I'm this low, you know, this low on health. So I start running around a little bit. I'm just trying to find some of that red sugar to top my health up. Make a quick stop off to kill a loot bug there, and then I get back on the run. I'm not even thinking about killing the mobs, I'm not thinking about killing the swarm, I'm not thinking about mining anything except for this red sugar, and I've just managed to find some. And that's topped my health up a little bit. And remember guys as well, I do have the increase in health when I level up, so once I level up again in a minute, that's going to top my health up even more, and I'm going to be in a much better shape to fight the Drednaught. Bit more red sugar here, and it's going to sort me out guys. I'm going to be absolutely fine. Rock and roll, ready for when the Drednaught comes out, and it's nearly time. Now you can see there as well, I actually did clear the area for the supply ship to drop, but I was speaking to my friend and he was saying that that's a really good little tip on this first stage to get rid of the Drednaught. Sorry, on the last stage on the first map is what I meant. If you clear the supply drop and have it prepped and ready, you can actually lure the Drednaught into it and use the supply drop to take a big chunk of damage off the Drednaught. Now he actually jumps here and I was worried. I don't even know if that hit him or not. Looking at his health there on the replay, I don't think that even hit him. I think he was out of the circumference of the circle and didn't take any damage, or at least it didn't look like he took damage. But that is a tactic that you can use. But on this occasion, it really doesn't matter. I mean, look at how fast we are shredding the Drednaught compared to last time. This is what I needed, a lot more damage output. And at this point I just thought, you're in my pocket, I'm not in any panic whatsoever. I just start running circles around him and letting my guns do the work. Look at this, look at the damage, absolutely shredding him, rock and stone to the bone. Fuck hell, I'm going to have a pint after this fucking celebration. I'm going to get a little bit drunk. Look at this, no trouble whatsoever, absolutely shredding him.
Drednaught wiped out. Good work, team. Objective completed.
Drednaught wiped out indeed. Get to that supply ship. That's stage 5 done. First level finally done. After quite a few attempts, I've killed a Drednaught. Let's get on. Let's level our character up. Let's get those permanent buffs. And let's have a look at the next character. And I'm looking forward to getting on to that next level and giving it a go. Guys, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Apologies, I'm talking a little bit quieter than usual. Probably not used to me talking this quietly, but my wife's actually in bed in the next room. It's quite late at night, I'm recording this audio, so I'm just trying to be a little bit mindful of how loud I've been speaking. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, thanks for being here for this one. Look forward to some more Rock and Stone videos, some Deeprock Galactic Survivor. Really liking this game. I'm definitely going to make some more videos on it. Let me know in the comments if you've enjoyed it. But yeah, look after yourselves, look after each other, take it easy, and I'll see you all in the next video.